What is going on, everyone? New day here at Cody's. I just got to the shop. He said he was doing some carbon work, but he wasn't really telling me what he was working on. So let's go see what he's up to and enjoy this new episode. Okay, you're back here doing something. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot more than I was thinking. what are you doing?
A whole lot of carbon today. With when we started this mold, actually before we went to Pikes Peak, started the prep on the mold, and then basically with how Pikes Peak went. When we go back, it'll be with our own car. So, time to get started. And some of the other stuff we alluded to in one of the other videos, things are moving. We'll just put it that way.
Some things are moving. I'm excited. Holy moly.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, I can see why this would be a pain, but goodness.
Oh.
So do you want to explain what this really is?
It's the diffuser.
Okay.
For the Enviate. Built one out of the mold in 2016. That was a rush job. And this isn't a rush job. So
Yeah.
should look a lot better than that other one. Obviously, I've learned a lot since then. I mean, my first carbon project was basically wing-sized things, which my wings are not small. So yeah, so this is the biggest part of the car by far. This is how many yards? Damn near 40 yards of carbon.
So yeah, for people that don't really know,
That's a 100-yard roll.
that's how it comes.
Well, minus a couple yards, but yep.
It's so interesting to see like it go from there onto something, and then like its infusion process. It's crazy. I know we had one other video where you guys saw Evans, but something to this magnitude. To give you an example, from this corner to there, oh yeah, that's every bit of what, 9 feet?
Yeah.
So like to give you an idea of how big this thing really is,
It's room sized.
this thing is massive. So yes, for the level of detail that you want for it and how much surface you need to cover, yeah, I can see this definitely being an 8-hour plus job all day. I don't think I asked you yet, how many layers is this gonna be like once it's completed?
I'm gonna do, so I'm using a different core this time. The first one of these I built was pretty dang heavy duty, and it was actually heavy. The diffuser was about 50 pounds, but I mean it's huge, so it's not gonna be super light. But I'm gonna reduce, do a little bit different core this time, got some weight out of it. So we'll call it 4 layers. I mean there's gonna be some overlap, but basically 2 layers down the core material and then 2 more layers. But with the overlap, it's going to be, some sections are going to have 12
Okay.
layers. So I'm trying to put those in key areas so that way we have strength in the right spots.
Gotcha. And when you're saying core, are you guys doing like the core that you did for Evans?
So that's the one I used on the first car, which is a bit overkill for this.
Okay.
At least I think. So I'll be using. We'll show you. I got one more layer to carbon to put down, and then it's time for core. So.
All right. Well then, see that when you're done. All right. So this is your process. You take it out completely. Come over.
Pull a little extra, let it fall. Kind of how I do this. The top layers on this is basically 3 lengths. You got middle, you got left and right. So I've got the middle and that side done. So I'll get this side left. And just gotta make sure I've got enough. Down there. So here. Yeah. It's a little bit extra. Better to have too much.
Just that last piece.
And it's that Kevlar, the Kevlar binder string.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
a little yellow thing. So, like on the first layer, because this thing's so wide, you have seams. So basically, folded the seams so that way you couldn't see them. You couldn't see the yellow. It's just a clean carbon seam. It's about the most boring thing to film ever.
It's actually kind of cool though, just to see the concept, because I mean, like when the thing that I think of with carbon, like just being like an enthusiast of, you know, car stuff, is like for someone like me, you never really see how it's made, because like you just think of like big companies that do it and deal with it, and it's obviously like they never show their process. So finding someone that can do it in their own shop, like all done hand by like one person basically, like I think that's a cool process to see. I mean,
well, the cool thing is that, I mean, literally this can be done in a garage. You gotta buy a couple special tools, but nothing crazy.
And that's why I think it's cool to see all of this being done.
Pre-preg is another thing entirely, which let's just say I'm getting into. So, got a manufacturing project that I'm pretty excited about that I can't talk about, but I think we can film. My first pre-preg, which in this case it's going to be fastener testing. So, like a threaded insert, because bolts don't like to thread into carbon, so you have to have an insert that's a part of the layup, and that's one of the first things we have to test. See when it breaks. So that'll be fun.
On purpose. Sweet.
On purpose. So in that, also, I'll get to play with pre-preg, which I get too.
And then that's kind of like a whole different kind of infusion process, isn't it?
It's already infused.
Oh.
So pre-preg, you infuse. It's already. Theoretically, you can make your own pre-preg. Basically, it's just a high temp resin or epoxy that you have to get up to. I think the lowest temperature ones are about 250 degrees. Which, when I cook this stuff, if I get near 200, I freak out because the epoxy boils, and then you get weird things. But pre-preg, you actually need a freezer if you want to keep it for a while, or you have to use it quickly. And this is already wet. And it's got a backing plate, a backing peel, and basically stick it down. It almost sticks to the mold.
Okay.
Which is sweet because you can place it exactly how you want. You don't deal with this cotton glue and stuff. So, but the cool thing with that is because you don't have to infuse it, you can get in some really complex shapes. Multi-piece molds that are blind, if you will. Like, my plan is to take my wing line over to pre-preg.
Gotcha.
With a two-piece mold that bolts together, do the layup, cook it, and then the wing is one piece. So that's where I'm going with my stuff. Let alone all this. Like these old molds, you can't use it. Well, probably could use it for pre-preg, but the molds might deform because they're not designed for 250 degrees. So, and then some of the pre-pregs you got to get up to 400.
So is that something like in the future that you...
Very, very soon. Like next week.
Oh, okay.
Next week I'm gonna, well, this week I'm ordering materials, and then we gotta get through the dyno bed. And then I can play.
Gotcha. Cool. So we'll let you get to getting on this process.
Get to getting, I like that.
And then we'll be here getting some B-roll and some time-lapse footage so people can kind of see the process. All right, now it's all laid out. Cody, what do you have to do next?
Cringe, because I hate this.
Yeah, he's been flicking it all over.
Yeah, so next, trim the tape edges. I'm gonna have carbon fiber hanging over the edge. And then go all the way around. And then heel ply is next. It's laid over it, taped down on the edge. Flow media, then bag. But that's gonna take like the rest of the night. So I'll film that with a GoPro.
So he will GoPro it up, but this is it. All the layers are on there, cord and everything.
So
Or core, sorry.
Mitch helped me lay some stuff down. Spin the camera around. Tell him what you think.
So I've done tedious stuff before, like with other kind of arts and crafts. This is a whole new level of, if you mess it up, you are screwed. And now I can see why carbon fiber pieces are very time consuming and expensive, because you can't mess it up. So yeah, new appreciation, but it's kind of cool to understand the process and do it with him and have him show me. So maybe I might help in the future. I don't know. We'll see. But that'll be it for this episode. He's going to get the rest of it with the GoPro, and we will see you in the next one.
Day 2.
So I come in here, and all this is bagged up, ready to go. I asked Cody, I was like, when did you get started on this?
I couldn't sleep, so I went to work. 3 in the morning.
So he's basically been up since 3. He said he took a nap at like 7 for a couple hours.
So, yeah, you can see it's bagged, all this stuff. Had to add a bunch of shenanigans, so gonna put some light vacuum on it and see how it goes down. I'm not totally confident, but we'll find out. Did you get it all sucked down yet? I don't remember.
What?
Did you get it all sucked down yet?
I was thinking so.
Oh, well, it's all sucked down.
I would say so, yes.
So we chased it all down. It's not a perfect vacuum, but I think we have a cracked flange in the mold, so I'm not really going to sweat it. My goal is just to have the thing here under vacuum. So
I know you were really surprised when it hit 28 1/4.
yeah, so 28 3/4 on any part bigger than a simple thing is max that pump will do. And then we did a vacuum test, and it dropped about 1 pound in about 5 minutes, which I can't believe we got that good. So we're gonna send it. Okay, so you'll see I've got 2 suck tubes, one right here, one in the middle. So what we're gonna do is infuse all the way across. We're gonna get past the middle tube, and then we're gonna cap this bead line, and I'm gonna switch to feeding through the middle tube to finish out.
So like a specific, like like a specific designated, like this will cover half, and then this hopefully will cover the rest of that half.
I mean, I could probably pull across the whole thing, but it's $7 in extra material. We're running out in 20 minutes of time, so.
So as you can see, the discoloration over there versus here and all of that, so you can see that slowly but surely it is flowing through.
So from here, we got some fluid going. Where there's leaks, because I know there are leaks, we'll be able to see some bubbles. And we'll try to repair or leave it. Hopefully we can repair it though. Usually it's like one of these nasty things hitting, catching the bag and you get a little hole in it or something. Great, so we've got, yeah, that's the whole thing starting to flow now. I think I did hear the pump change, no.
Yeah, it's funny, like, being with you and then finding out these, like, little tips and tricks that you're like, oh, I found a seal, I can heal.
Oh,
yeah.
we're from the Midwest.
Yeah,
Oh.
Midwest oak. Like, oh, I heard the note change, so we found a seal.
Yeah.
Or, hey, this is what you're supposed to look for. So it's really interesting to, like, see that process and understand that.
Look at all that.
So what's your estimate? This is going to take how long?
This will be a 2-hour infusion. So
And this is your biggest piece?
this is the biggest piece that I've made and also of the car, yeah.
Okay.
This is effectively almost 4 wings worth.
Yeah.
And then the next biggest components are the side pods, which those are actually longer than this, but they're not as
wide.
girthy.
So
Yep.
That's a leak right there. You can see the bubbles.
Yeah.
So it's probably coming from here somewhere. So we'll start tweaking it. Could be anywhere in this corner, sadly. Or it's the mold.
So what he's fixing is there's a little breach, he thinks, right in that area. So he's going to sand it down and tape it. Hopefully that fixes it.
Okay, so this mold I'm pretty sure had a leak before, and I just sent it last time I built the part. But I think I found a porous spot in the mold. So I'm gonna, when I finish this, I'll clean it up and put some yellow tape on the back. Maybe it'll stop the leak. 99.9% sure it's not in the bag. Alright, so what's going on here is I've got hot plates on. I've got blankets over it. Do a quick little demonstration here. Anyway, I'm seeing 150 degrees at the hot plate, 165, and it spreads out from there. So I gotta get a new gun apparently, because that one only works with 2 hands, which won't work with filming. And then I also have 2 more over here, set up on rails, and they're cooking this side, so I guess that's Rona. So we're gonna let this cook. I'm gonna go and make some dinner. And then, yeah, I'll leave them on till pretty much the end of the night here. Obviously, I have to leave the pump on because I have a little leak, is what it is. But the leak's off the part, so it's not sucking air across the part, if that makes any sense. It's only sucking it down the flange. So, yeah. So next step's gonna be popping this thing out, which is fun, because altogether, this mold probably weighs 300 pounds. So, yep. Check in a little bit. All right, it's morning. Got a good infusion. Looks like it all cured overnight. And now I peel it off. So fun. This thing. It's we had a freeze warning last night. It's literally 32 degrees out, so it's gonna get wet and cold. It's too cold out, so cleaned up. I got this elevated so that way the water runs downhill. Water. You can see I've got it already separated pretty well. So we'll just start dumping water in. So close. You can see in there, it's lifted off. It's just kind of stuck at the back, so I might have to horse it a little bit now. Probably get it off these rickety tables so I can, I don't know, stand up on end or something. Looks like the bottom of a boat. Yeah, that's all fiberglass Bondo and stuff, so pretty good. Looks like it, yeah, parts stay down in the mold real nice. It's definitely light. I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna get this outside and get a pressure wash. Yeah, I'm sweating. Get it pressure washed and then we'll check back in. Great success. It's not perfect, but these things never are. Still has some mold release on it, so I gotta pressure wash it some more. So I'm pretty excited. So that's a lot of work. I tracked 47 hours into that. Not counting the mold, obviously, but 47 hours of layup and all that.